All right, GM. Hello. Let's see. Oh, look at this. The camera works again. Oh, Sony. All right. I try this every time to see if it works, and we've got camera today. Look at us. Okay, it is, let's see, the 22nd of November. Do we have like a little echo thing going on? What's the deal with that? Interesting. Let me see if I can fix that. Da-da-da-da. Oh, and it's gone. Oh, come on. There we go. It's some type of filter. And I definitely did it. If I can just set it to a gray. Okay, that's not going to work. Color channel, alpha channel? No. I guess a color channel. Well, that's too bad. Don't know what happened with that. Yeah, definitely. Okay, well, whatever. We'll go with it. Yeah, it's just a bit of a glow. Close that down here. Okay, so here's where we're at. A couple quick housekeeping notes. 22nd of November. We're currently working on number 13, so we are behind. Starting to pick up some steam, I think. Got a bunch of stuff out of the way, so I feel pretty good, but we still have a lot to do. So a couple things are going to happen. I had a good conversation with my collectors and sort of let them know what I was doing and kind of reached out to people. And I think this is going to be the plan. So the goal was to do 30 pieces in November every day. That schedule was blown away, but still going to try to aim for 30 pieces in November. So I don't want to stop that plan, but I'm going to be realistic and give myself a buffer. So we're going to extend this to the 10th of December. And the way it's going to work is I'm still going to aim for the 30 days. That's still the target. But I'm going to give myself that 10 days to wrap this up, do the behind the scenes video, overlap in case I can't get them done, and to give people a chance to kind of see the collection. Because there's a massive amount of work that's gone into this, and there's a story I'm telling and a lot of really cool stuff. And I just want more people to sort of see it as we go. And it just gives me a little bit of a breathing room to do that the right way. The next thing is that I'm going to open the minting up for all the pieces for the entire time until the 10th of December. So that means that typically I've been like, hey, we'll do them every 2 days. I'll promote the one on the previous stream. I kind of had this all in my head. Just realistically, it just takes too long for me to do it. I don't have enough time to really share and promote. So that gives me a chance to do like a collage, put them all together, share them, and then people have the chance to mint up to the 10th of December. So that's going to happen. So all the pieces will now be live. I'll probably do this like Thanksgiving, US Thanksgiving, I think is, I want to say it's tomorrow or the next day. I don't know if it's Tuesday or Wednesday today. What's the date today? It's Wednesday. So tomorrow. So I'll probably do it during Thanksgiving, just sort of like line everything up, fix everything, and then I'll maybe announce it. I don't know what people do in the US. They take both Thursday and Friday off, I'm guessing. But either way, we're going to line it up. And that's going to be it. So, the ultimate goal will be by the 10th of December to have all the videos organized for the whole thing, have it all on a website, have all the pieces done, and have like a little behind the scenes video, which I'm trying to kind of create a process that would be pretty simple to do that. So that's where we're at. Yeah, I think that's it. So we're going to get into it today. I'm going to do a 2-hour stream, take a break, go for a run, and then come back and finish this tonight. I think I have the concept down, but I don't think I fully have a decision made in exactly what this piece is going to look like. So I'm going to go and open up a previous piece, and I did upgrade to Blender 4.0. I don't know if this was a mistake because I thought that the dynamic range and the color on this one would really benefit from some of the new stuff in Blender 4.0. So we're going to see. It's probably a mistake, but that's famous last words for me. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to use the 69th floor as my basis. So I'll open that up and I'll show you. The last one would be, hopefully I did this right. I think I have final. So this is the one where we have all of Brooklyn in the background. We have all the lighting set up. We have Manhattan. We have the lights of the building. It's a very heavy scene, but it is, it's all here. And there's also the condo building, which is not complete, but it is kind of a realistic condo on top of the roof. It just doesn't have like the back of the condo, and it doesn't have, the actual building itself. So what I kind of was between two ideas. One was to find a building, because I don't think I want to model the whole skyscraper. I could, it just feels like it would be something that I'd want to do justice to. So like the actual look of the condo, the building itself. I don't know if I want to do that. It's a little intimidating to try to get it right. So I was going to do that above the clouds with like kind of like a 360 like drone shot, almost like a like a POV drone shot. And like if you look at this, on one hand, it would be really, fairly easy to do, in the sense that, we could have the drone. I think we actually have our keyboard shut up. Yeah, we could have the drone like come from here. We'd have the telescope on the camera. We'd have this all cloud inversion, and it would kind of come around here, and just do an orbit around the building. The problem with this idea is, one, I don't have anything out here, so I'd have to either just fill it with clouds, or I would have to, have more buildings brought in. I could do like something a little different. Like I could come around like this side maybe, but then I don't really have this side of the building modeled. So I could kind of sweep around here. And again, I don't have anything on this side. So I was like thinking about it a lot. And the problem is, like, what does this do, right? It's the same shot as this, which we already had. It's the same city in the background. And the problem is the way that the lighting in this one works, it's so heavy. Like, it's so heavy to render these scenes out that I feel like the animation would take forever. So I kind of was like, I'm not sure if that's going to be the move. And then the other idea I had was to place a camera somewhere. And let's see if we can get an X-ray mode. See if we can do this. So I was trying to come up with like where I could place the camera so we could kind of have the same view like this, right? We have the same kind of view of Manhattan, but we would have a different perspective. And I think this is what I kind of came up with, is like if we put the camera in here, we could have a little thing modeled inside of this building. It's a little bit confusing. So let me just do this a separate, different way here. So if I put this here, wait a second, what is my... This has kind of got me, must have done a camera thing. Okay, let me grab a camera. Okay, so I'm just going to grab a camera and we'll sort of figure this out. So this is very slow. So if I do this the right way, this one? Okay, man, I'm really struggling. Okay, just bear with me for a second as I kind of figure this out. Okay, let's just do this. Now, I don't know how bad this is going to be. for rendering, but we're going to just take a peek. So what I'm thinking is, let's turn off. Turn off the. Okay, let's see. I'll see what this comes out as once it renders. So the idea was going to be to place the camera inside of this inside the condo now, with a view where we still see the top of the buildings. We can eliminate everything on the street because we don't need the lights of the street. We don't need any of that, which was taking up a lot of memory to render. And we could keep Manhattan in the background. So essentially we're changing the view slightly, but now we're inside the condo. And now we're looking out the glass, so we could again adjust the focus so that it's not, hyper focus on the outside of the building. And then we could make a little workshop. And this is something that I've kind of had in my head from the beginning. And it's a bit of foreshadowing on where we're going after this scene of kind of the downtown New York. Yeah, no problem, Cypher. Appreciate it. Sorry I didn't stream yesterday. I streamed earlier this morning quickly, but I explained in my stream yesterday why it was such a pain. Okay, so you can kind of see it here, and you can also see how slow it is to render. But the general idea, there's no lighting in here, is that we've got this nice panoramic window view. We could essentially set this up so we could see Manhattan out the back. And we could, like this, right? So we could see Manhattan out the back with the building. And we would figure out our composition. Maybe we'd shoot this one wide. And we'd make this little workshop, which is going to be, I think, kind of like old school. So I'm picturing like a bit of that. I'm trying to think, like, if you remember in Half-Life, I never played the original Half-Life, but I played the VR version of it. And in the VR version of Half-Life, I'm just going to turn off the roads. Yeah, I think this would be it. And then I think we could get rid of the furniture and the road generator. Let's see how that renders. Okay, so it's definitely a lot better. Were we missing something though? Oh, it's probably the way we did the glass. So if we click on it would be the interior glass, I think it is. Yeah, I think it's the interior glass, and we just basically just change this to glass for now. That should clear that up. Okay, so that does something. There's something missing here. There's always something. What is here? Oh, did I bring the roof down? Honestly, don't know what the heck that is. Is that the roof? Okay. Anyway, we'll crop the roof off. That's fine. We'll figure that out. See what this does. Okay. So it's starting to kind of make sense. Interior glass. Okay. I don't want to jump too far in this. The IOR is way off. There we go. Yeah. Okay. This is it. So if you see this here, we'll move this camera to where we want it. I don't know exactly where it will be yet. That's not what I'm doing. God damn it. camera. Right? And we already have this cool line, so this is good. We have the city, so this is good. And all we kind of need now is this interior. And I think this is going to look pretty good. I mean, we've got a pretty decent, and we can change the location slightly. We can adjust the rotation until we kind of have, like, I like that corner of the patio there. Like, even this is pretty cool. We just probably need something over here to block this part, but it for the most part, it's all right. So what I'm thinking is I would make an inside of this building. I would make like a dimly lit workshop. And in this workshop would be, here, let's save this as a new project. See, projects. So new folder, 13, the workshop. And then we'll call this source. To working. Three. Output. Okay. Why? The really funny thing about Windows is, like, if you just change the capitalization, it doesn't recognize it. Okay, so this is 14 or 13, the workshop. So I can start kind of deleting stuff like these cameras, and there's something else I wanted to do. Oh, yeah, here, just to add some notes, text, new. So 13, the workshop, v1.0. Okay, so what I would want is, I'd want some type of like a table, some type of a table workbench. I would want it a television, an 80s TV with episode 1. So this is where I did the metahuman of myself. So I would do that. I would want the projector with a rocket ship. I would want the, I could have maybe multiple projectors. The Soul Vault. Maybe the packaging on table. Soul Vault on workbench. What else have I done in this thing? Maybe we do one with the DNA. I haven't quite decided yet. Maybe we incorporate the DNA. I just wrote these all down. Let me just double check these. So we have 3D clock is also could be cool. Or the 3D calendar. We could do a map of Svalbard. I mean, this would be cool. Okay, so we could do the DNA animation somewhere. I don't know where I'd want to do that. We could do a map of Svalbard because we already have that, like, just somewhere on the wall. And then we could do the moon in background. And yeah, that's really it. So, if I was to end this series with this piece, with a series meaning like this is sort of like a sub-series of the 30, which has been based in New York, this would be like a very cool kind of tie it all together, all the different aspects. Again, it's ambitious. This is my problem, right? I have this idea. I'm like, this would be cool. Now, looking out the window, I'd say the buildings are going to be good. We don't even have the atmosphere on. So if we turn on, I think the atmosphere, I mean, what is that? That's the sun probably. Yeah, I mean, this looks sick, right? I mean, it's going to be a heavy render, but if we just do a still, I think we're going to have all the components right here. You know, even with this shot, I like the way that this goes. Obviously, we'll put a roof on this. I mean, we've never shown the roof, so the roof could be glass. It's another option. We could even bring the northern lights in. I mean, it's going to be a lot, but it'd just be interesting to tie it all together. So this is what I think I'm going to do. And again, we'll use some Midjourney Discord or Midjourney stuff to help us generate some concepts for what this will look like. We'll obviously clean up, you know, the glass and everything. We'll decide what to do with the roof. And then I would say the outside, though, is like pretty close. Other than the fact that we just don't have any kind of building data here, but we can adjust the camera to get that right. So I'd say we're, 90% there on the scene, and then we just have to actually model this stuff. And I'm hoping with the different asset packs that I have and everything, I'll be able to model a scene. I just have to think about the composition of like what would be in the workbench. And we could even do a like a circular workbench would be kind of cool. Like if we did, like a torus. Even if we kind of did this style, where it's like, I know this obviously looks like a donut, but subdivision surface. Yeah, just kind of like thinking of this as almost like a cool, like half circle desk where you would have kind of a, we'll go to like here probably. We'd have to figure this out. I think this is probably pretty close. This would be, oh shit. And that's got all of them. This one has, oh shoot. I'm losing my mind. Okay. I missed this one. I think that has them. If you kind of get what I mean, right? Like just kind of a desk like this, or we could just do, a square desk. Maybe this looks stupid, but basically a desk here looking out of the windows with all of the stuff on it that, I would want in the scene, and in a more like a 80s kind of Half-Life style. I wonder if they'll kind of have a workshop. And yeah, see this kind of thing? This style of I just remember this sort of kind of setup, which I kind of like the contrast of there being a workshop that's sort of a little bit more old school inside of this game was incredible. I never beat it because I'm terrible at these games, but man, this is beautiful. Also, is like a little side note, the use of noise in these really sells to me the work. I have to be more willing to leave noise in the renders. There's something from a photographer maybe background where I can't let go of noise sometimes. I want to get rid of it, but like look at this render. It's very noisy. I mean, that's about as photorealistic as you're going to get. That's beautiful, right? I could convince anyone that's a photo. And partly what sells it is the fact that it is really noisy. Super interesting. Yeah, these are really good. I'm just going to save this. Flip this over. So what are we on? The workshop? Yeah. Okay, so that's what I think we're going to do. And I think for the most part, I think my round desk idea is actually kind of crap. But we got our background. We really just have to clean up the scene, and we just have to make this inner kind of setup. Okay. And we don't have to model the whole building because, what we can basically do. Yeah, what we can basically do here is we can kind of pick our spot in here. We'll fix the flooring. We'll make the floor different inside. We'll obviously fix all this stuff. We'll really work on the glass because I feel like the glass is just just looks like very cheap. Low poly glass. And then we'll do the desk. Okay, so I'm going to generate some concept art for this to kind of get some ideas. So let's pop open Midjourney and let's see what we can come up with, and we'll just drop some reference stuff in here. So let's get into our folder. Here's our little cabin that we were talking about the other day. I was still open to doing this, by the way. I just, it would be next episode potentially if we did it. So this was the condo building, by the way. And again, this is what kind of bothers me, and I'd love to figure this out, is like, these cloud renders, and this is maybe part of my problem, like this cloud renders, I really just need to come up with a way to do this without it being volumetric. I guess from a pure straight render standpoint, it's not bad, but when you try to animate this, it's so heavy. Okay, so I'm going to say a dark 80s style dystopian workshop with a desk, 80s TV, maps, and various objects on a desk overlooking a big city. Inspired by Half-Life. I should know I should look up whether the story for Half-Life I assume his setting is the same. And then while we're doing this, we can also give it these images too. So we'll grab probably was that first one pretty early on. This one here. It's like a cool inspiration. I like the old television. Oh, it's already kind of got something I'm liking. 80s dystopian workshop. I wonder if this is the vibe. Yeah, this is the vibe I'm thinking, right? This is it. It's like 80s style. This must be an AI tool. Yeah, it's this kind of moody, like old computer equipment. Oh, it's funny. Like all the reference images are AI now. Like everything. Like if you're just looking for why would you render this stuff out? This is cool. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay. Yeah, like this is kind of the vibe. And maybe we just do like a desk like this. I like this one. I like this view too. I like all these. Damn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's look at this a little closer. Huh. Okay, so what I really like about this one is the paper's on the floor. So I definitely think we want to do that. I like the empty chair and the desk, this style. And I like just how it sort of feels like someone abandoned it. So I really like that. It is pretty busy, so it'd be a lot. I do like this kind of desk thing going on. This shelf thing, even though it cuts the city off a bit, I think it will help. I think it would help with the ability for us to put, different things in the scene. And I like how there's sort of this map area. Okay, let's take a peek at this one. Not the right viewpoint, but I like the monitor. There's nothing like crazy about this one. This one is cool. I like the wires. It's like if I was trying to portray something with this, which I am, but to explain it is almost like this like beautiful, rich, expensive condo, super modern, overlooking Brooklyn, New York, or overlooking New York City. And then there's like this kind of like mad person who's like got this like old school desk, dirty, dusty, got the chair, got all the stuff, is like planning something, is working on something clearly, but is, kind of like has this beautiful condo and is like, this is their spot. Like they've taken the best, the office in the building, in the condo and just turned it into kind of crazy land. This one is an interesting perspective because it lets, again, the shelf situation. There's not a lot of detail in here. So you see like there's really just some stuff on here. And then the desk is very prominent. And they've got that same paper stuff, really highlighting the roof. Or sorry, highlighting the papers like on the desk instead of the ground. So let's get some variations now. The theme is really good. So I don't know if I would change the prompt at all. I think I would get variations of 1 and 4. And while we're in here, I wonder, just going to kind of play a little bit with the camera. Okay. So if we kind of blocked out our office, you can see the office just being this corner. And I think we definitely want to use this in the outside scene. So what we got? 16 mil. And ideally, so we can kind of go safely to about here and not really feel like much of a, like the city's missing. I was kind of liking the fact that we had a bit of this, but it's a little busy over there. Ideally, we would have like maybe keep the camera straight. That'll help with the go a little lower. I feel like this is very close to what we want. You know, we kind of just find like a spot where we, you know, I don't even know if we really care about this. It's just, it's nice to have. And then we have, my dog is very mad at me because we didn't go for a run today yet. And usually we're out of here by before this time. You know, I like the framing of kind of everything here. And it feels like if we just sort of fix some of the, you know, we just have to fix some of the stuff, like get this. You know, just to dip below. I don't have to worry about it. We can do our internal, like probably to block this off, we could do kind of our shelf situation. The room makes sense. You know, we could pretty much box this room out. In fact, we could probably even do just going to bear with me for a second here. I'm just going to kind of, so if we take a look at this cube, just to kind of box out this room, you know, even if we made a room that was like, kind of like this, imagine, you know, this wall like this wall like this one here. I didn't mean to turn on. This one like here. And then get rid of this face. Get rid of this face. And then sort of play. It'd just be nice to have the that wall for some maps and stuff. Feels a little bit too busy now, but let's see what else we got here. Okay. I don't think there's anything new and exciting about that. This one is kind of closer, but it was, which is the one that had the stuff on the wall? This one. Let's do a zoom out. Let's do a variation of this one. Yeah. What's the orientation of these things? Are they squares? That's the other thing with this shot is what the orientation is. I'm just thinking about like a way to do, it's not bad. Like I just like a way to have something on the wall for the map. And then okay, let's see what this got. I think this is our zoom out. Yeah, that's cool. I feel like it, okay, interesting. So that's an interesting idea too, is it's just putting the map stuff on the, so we hide this one. Unfortunately, I don't think you can hide it. Oops, shoot. So if I delete this face, so we could cover up this corner with just like a bunch of map stuff. So we don't even have to really have like a room. Yeah, I'm making a commitment to myself that before I start doing this, I'm going to block this out and make sure that I'm very, very happy with the composition so that I don't start modeling stuff and figuring it all out in advance. And then hopefully, I know Alpine, my dog, she's not happy. We went out earlier though. You okay? I know you want to go. Poor dog. She's suffering through this. So the actual roof on this thing is kind of rounded. So I think we could do like some skylights maybe. I just need to fix the roof so it doesn't come down on this side. So the roof would kind of, yeah, I realized when I modeled it, I kind of put a lot of time into making it cut down to cut off this like little weird view over here that we had. But I didn't even need it, turned out, because the camera was like here. Okay, kind of see this weird gap. Anyway, doesn't matter. Okay. I wonder if I could just get a quick desk Let me just do something. Now I realize that I probably screwed up because I bet you this cargo thing is not set up for Blender 4 yet. Because there was like a bunch of dystopian stuff in here. I don't know if there would be a desk or not. How many times I sign into this thing every freaking time. And I know there's some cool kind of desk assets in Bridge, but it's not like, they're not full desks, and I'm sure I can find them. I don't necessarily want to model a desk, but cargo. Don't feel like this will work. But let's just see what they have. So I'll just do models. I'll just search for desk, see what they comes up with. Okay. Lots of desks. Definitely enough here. Okay, so we can end up using one of these. Sweet. Yeah, this is solid. I think this is probably perfect. The desk with the drawer open, even better. Okay, let's try. I don't feel like it's going to work. Oh, okay, 4.0. Let's see. Fingers crossed. Okay. Looks good. Hopefully it'll work. It's exciting because there's a lot of good. Oh, this is kind of cool too. Not the vibe I want, but kind of neat. So it'd be interesting to look at where did this come from, which pack, because there's some really cool. It doesn't unfortunately say, which is annoying. It says dystopian pack. So like what else would we want in here? Lab. No. Office. These are some buildings. This is cool. The phone is good. Let's see what else they have. Computer. Yeah, I like this. Laptop, maybe. PC. Laptop. Monitor. TV. Oh, that thing's cool. I should just get rid of the... Oh, yeah. So we got way more options. I like this. Man, I really want to make a street. I really, really want to make a street corner. I just feel like it's going to be so much work. I love all this stuff. What else did I say? PC. Oh, they got everything. PC. Like, look at that. That's so cool. PC rebuilding repair. This PC is good. Okay, but I really just need the desk. So let's go take a peek at where the desk came in. I feel like that imported. Okay, there's the desk. So let's bring it here. Should be to scale already. So we can kind of use this to sort of set up our composition and just kind of see how this will end up looking. So let's make sure it's on the ground first, which it may not be. It is not. There it is. Okay, so first thing is, what's the size of this? Let's see. Oh, so it's the scale. So that means, did my condo get a little too big? Just turn off this atmosphere for a second. Whoa. That's cool. That's what our moon can look like. We'll probably end up replicating very similar lighting setup. Probably like light coming from an open door, and then overhead light like this. It's gonna look kind of messed up right now, but so in this scenario, so it'd be like something like this is an option. I'm not something about it. I'm not sure how I feel. It's just it's like, feel like you lose the context a little bit from this close, but at the same time, like if we move this back, sort of feels like the desk is like oddly in the middle of the room, you know? Whereas, like, I bet you if you looked at the Mid-Journey stuff, it's probably all against the wall. Yeah, wall. This one's kind of maybe the only exception. Maybe where it's sort of out a bit. No, where was that? This one? Like, this is a cool, simple angle too, but where's our other one with that desk? Yeah, this is kind of the closest, but it's very intimate. It's very close. Now, the fact that, the ceilings block this in and this blocks this in, I think helps. was thinking if I was shooting this, I'd probably shoot it down to show the desk. So I think that it's definitely, the tilt is going to be there, and then I think the camera can be pretty close. You know, with this sort of tilted down, so we don't have to worry so much about the roof, right? And then this is actually lit up inside, which I'll have to fix up. I think I may have dropped it down for the render. Yeah, so that adds a cool dimension outside. And, you know, you can kind of tell that's coming from the other thing. The windows are just straight glass, right? And that's different IORs, right? So that just sort of helps. Oh, glass is actually 1.1, I think. And I actually think having like something along the edge would probably really help the situation as well. Oops, one. Just think of something I could kind of put across real quick. This is probably a bad idea, but could loop cut this. Rail height. That's probably pretty good. Even inside that's 2. So we could go to like the desk height. Right? And then we could just for the moment, 3, 3, 3, 3 here. We could just assign it the same materials trim. Okay, that helps. So we have a bit of a shelf situation here. You know, and now we could technically, we'll build it separate, but just to kind of show it. So it'll do a weird thing, but you know, whatever. You can always. I think that should fix it. So anyway, just to kind of get the idea. So now we have, you know, it was a stupid thing because it created a weird setup, but actually let me just reverse that because I think that's just going to cause more pain than. Yeah, so the bottom part would be where we would put the shelves in. You add the atmosphere out there. Get rid of that crazy moon. You know, drop that intensity down. We get Manhattan here. This building we can do. These buildings, I think, were all higher res. This building is, I don't know, the light up top is weird, but we'll figure that out. Just it being against that wall, it really makes a difference, though. because then you can kind of have like a really like how it sort of just continues, you know? And like you would push your desk against the wall if you were working in here. Just to figure out if I can get the camera angle to work. Definitely wouldn't want it against that pillar. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's the fact that we don't need to see. Definitely that would be a view. Like you would kind of have that, this sort of outside your window dropping down, and then you're pretty set up. Okay, so then if we took this camera and we don't need, so I would want more of that, you know. This must be super exciting for people to watch. Damn. I got to figure this out before I do anything else. That was my promise to myself. Just because it has to have the right composition, because I really do like that. I really do like to show that part of the building. I want this to look good in terms of, you know, the desk. I want there to be stuff behind it. I want there to be a spot for a map. So I'm just trying to kind of, but I feel like if it's just out here, like floating, it's wrong. I think there could be a gap between. We can't go too far like that because we lose our. I could feel like this is close to being a good composition in the desk. So we got to be able to see out the window. Ideally even higher. Like probably like that. That's probably the right skyline. That's not bad. That's not bad right there. This thing still feels like it's floating even though it's not. So we changed the floor. We've got room to put a shelf unit back here. We've got a little bit of space in the camera over here. We also are not, you know, we're not have to be committed to this aspect ratio. Although it might be the right way. It's 1080 by 1350. Even that's okay. It may not even be that bad if we went like that, because we could, you know, we could basically we'll fade the whole background out. So funny with this light. Let's get rid of it. Yeah, I mean, we'll fog this out, so we won't be able to see anything anyway over here. I have the data actually, but I don't think I'd want to put it in. We'll just have like full rolling fog in over here. We don't have to worry about the ceiling. We've got our desk. We can put a bunch of cool stuff around. We still have room over here to put some maps actually up on the wall. Yeah, I think this is it. I think this is it. Let's just see what we had for lighting. So now we don't need to worry about the outside lighting. This must be our overhead. This must be our ground lighting. Oh, this is our workshop entrance. This is our workshop light. Workshop overhead. And I don't think we're going to need this light. It's just these two. That's where all that light's coming from. Overhead. Entrance. So we can use some combination of those two. When we light it, I think this is pretty close. What's going on with this light? I think it's just sort of maybe with, oh, when the bloom hits, it kind of with the atmosphere and everything. Okay. Tower looks good. The fog will fix. Let's take a peek at where these are. So we have one cloud here, which is causing that. We have one here, which is it the same? This one here. Interesting. I like the idea of like kind of clouds rolling in. why there's two here. We'll rework those, but the idea is sort of cloud coming in from the right that kills our skyline. We've got Manhattan framed. We can fix this a little bit just to make it look good. This tower is still prominent, and we've got our workshop inside. Atmospheres up here, cameras here. In terms of the neighborhoods, we've got all of our buildings all here. And in terms of the floor, we can figure out the roof situations. That's right now it's blocking it, but we'll get that right. And then this is going to be, we'll create a new one for the office. And we don't need this furniture. So we'll do, let's call this workshop. And we'll put the lighting in. Actually, lighting can go. And then we'll do lights, city. Drop all this in so we can control like the lights out here and the other ones. And then the neighborhood, and then this is the floor. I think we can get rid of the road generator for this. For that. And then this is our floor. This is our railing. This is our roof, which we're going to fix. This is our interior. So we have our workshop. This is our cube, which we don't need. This is the bottom trim, which I don't think we're going to see. This is our desk, and then this is our glass. So, okay. I feel good. I feel good that we can kind of start to fill this scene out. I am, the only thing I'm a little bit, just jumping off, I'm like a little bit nervous about is just how much kind of empty space is up here. So I may, maybe I'll do the roof as an overhang. That might make sense because I've been kind of thinking about the building. And I would like to ultimately make this building feel like it could be a real building. I may not, oops. So what I mean is, if you look at this building right now, you kind of got this sort of wrapper going around it. And this is supposed to be the top floor. So the way that I modeled this with the roof, it was just like a little mistake, is that I kind of made it like a dome, which I think is good. It's just, instead of ending it here, I brought the whole roof down, which was a mistake. But I can fix that pretty easily. And that way it sort of just goes to the top. Now, the question is, how would these sort of two things connect? And I don't really know yet, but I could kind of duplicate this trim, put it around the top, and then there would be a bit of a, similar lighting and a setup, just so it doesn't feel like it's just an empty, like right now it kind of feels like a cheap office building, if that makes sense. Part of that will be fixing, these things, to make the glass, and we'll look at some options, but to make the trim of the glass better, just overall make the look of the glass look better, will be helpful. I kind of would want to get the glass from a material standpoint. I would want the glass to have that feeling of it, like you're looking out a window, which is like you have that feeling of, when you look straight out, you get the actual view. And when you look with a little bit of an angle, you lose it. So This is like a layer weight node, but also it may work. Oh no, this is what the Fresnel this is facing. So see how we have the reflection here? Yeah, so this is with it totally off. You get kind of the reflection. It's almost like that, right? And then this light can be part of the interior. I think this is, we can control this a bit, and this is using the new roughness. And then we can change the roughness of the glass. Yeah, we'll tune in the this overall, which will be pretty cool. 5.1.05. Yeah. Okay. This will be fun. It'll be a fun challenge to light the inside of this and make it look good, which is, part of the challenge is to really push myself here. I obviously have all the objects I can put in. I have like cool map stuff I can bring in. There'll be a lot of lore to this that will tell the story. But I think the biggest challenge, which will be a fun one, is set dressing this, like setting up both the roof, like just making the whole thing feel like not an empty room with a desk. And I actually really think that'll be a good challenge for me, just from a technical standpoint as an artist, to really do that. And obviously, there's lots of cool things we can do. Like see this lighting here, ultra dark. Basically this whole desk is being lit by this light, although it's kind of faking it a bit. And then we'll tweak and tune this. So what I think I'm going to do, because right now we're an hour and 19 in, and this is kind of that stage where I feel like I need to kind of plan this out and get all the aspects ready to rock. Hey Kathy, how you doing? Hey, Kick is rocking. This is super cool. I have to go check out Kick because I can't type. So 2 of you guys are watching. This is awesome. So you won't see the chat from other people. Right now I'm live streaming Kathy on YouTube and Twitch and Kick. So there's like a live chat that comes in from all of them. So you'll only see the Kick chat, unfortunately. But you'll see it on the screen. So you'll see the people chatting above that. Let me see what I saw. Someone just said something. Restream. Yeah, I'm doing really good. I'm kind of set up for what I'm going to work on tonight. People in Kick, I love it. This is so cool. I've never really had a lot of people come in here from Kick. This is super exciting. Super exciting. Yeah, you see my Kick window, which I'll move over here so you guys don't see that. Awesome. Hey, and Cypher is there, and then there's a bunch of people on Kick. I'm super excited about that because Kick is so new, and literally nobody is streaming art at all on Kick. So I'm kind of pumped. Maybe Kick is where I can get an audience. But my days are going really well. I just shipped my last piece from the series. So I'm from Canada, from Kelowna. I'm in Kelowna, British Columbia, Canada right now. After a lifeless Pinocchio witnesses Giuseppe's murder, a young boy tears brings the toy to life with one thought in mind: revenge. Wait a second. So Geppetto's murder. Oh, and brings Pinocchio to life with the revenge. I love it. Did you put this into Midjourney yet? Oh, nice in Texas. I love Texas. I've been in Austin a bunch. Well, I think I've been everywhere in Texas. I've been to San Antonio. I've been to Brownsville. I've been to Houston. I've been to Austin. I've been to Dallas, Fort Worth. been all over the place. I've even been out to where they launched the Blue Origin. Jeff Bezos has got his space launch out there, and I've been to the one in the SpaceX one down in Brownsville. I'm just going to see what comes up with your prompt. I'm just doing one for you right now. I'll send it to you. I got to put these all into the actual Discord that I invited you guys to. Right now it's in my alpha Discord because like I just didn't know how to set it up. But I want to put it all in there so these, as I'm working on these projects, people can see these. This is the prompt we're getting. Oh man, this one is dark. Dude, this one here is like the eyes are dark. Kathy, what do you stream? You stream on Kick, obviously. What are you streaming when you stream? Dude, this one is kind of got me a little scared. I don't know which one you like, Cypher, but this one to me is like, it's the look of the eyes. It's the look of this and this. It just. You're in here, right, Cypher? I love it. Kathy, 2 questions for you. And by the way, not trying to shill you, but if you like, this is my Discord, so all the chats from all my streams go in here. So usually, if like something happens, we put it in here, so people can go back and you can go back and read literally all the chat history from the beginning. It's very, very useful actually to get all the history across all the streams. But I'm 2 questions for you. One, I'm curious what you do with streamers because I need help. So if you have anything that you do, I'm super interested. And then second, what kind of art are you working on and streaming? I'll follow you and all that stuff if I can figure that out. How do I find you guys? I think I already am following you, Cypher. Can I see the other people? Can I see the other people that are streaming? Hey, Kathy, I see, and I got all your social media accounts, so I'm going to follow you. Oh no, your Twitter link is broken on Kick. It does a double link situation. Kathy Lucas, GFX. Oh, very cool. I love it, Kathy. I love it. Oh, logo design. Super cool. I love it. Yeah, I followed you on Twitter, Kathy, and all that stuff. But yeah, I'll find your guys' streams. I'll try to watch. I got to remember to do that when I'm not streaming. Just like fire up a stream and leave it on in the background, like you've been doing, Cypher. But yeah, for my stream, I 3D artist. I specialize in doing work with real world data. So what you're looking at right now is a series. This is the 13th in the series of 30. So I'm trying to do one every day. All using real world data, telling a bit of a story. Kind of each episode is a bit of an experiment, usually technical experiment for me. Plus, oh, you said you work with streamers. I thought that's what you said. So I'm just curious what you did. Yeah, I do have Discord. So I keep forgetting to put links in Kick because they don't come through. So let me send you the link to the Discord. So this is my actual Discord server. So I'll just send you a link to that on Kick. Yeah, it's a good idea. It's something that I just kind of forget. No, that's your chat. Wait, is this your channel that I just sent a chat in? I don't really know. I'm still, honestly, I do not know this stuff well. There you go. Yeah, so anyway, that's the series. Right now I'm working on number 13. So this is a real world data from Brooklyn, New York. So that's actually Manhattan in the background. That's actually Brooklyn. That's the Brooklyn Tower. This is a little condo building that I kind of modeled half of. It's missing a bunch of stuff because from the previous episode, I got rid of it. Like there was, this little furniture scene outside. So we did a render overlooking the city from here. And then I did another one with the telescope yesterday and with a moon in the background. And then, so it uses all real data. That's the real streets, the real buildings, real dimensions. And then right now I'm doing a little scene inside the condo. So we got our camera set up back here. And we're just going to create this scene and model it all out as kind of like an 80s style dystopian office. So something like this. This is some Mid-Journey prompts, but with like the style I want with the maps and stuff and everything. So I'm going to take a break and go for a run, which it always seems to happen as people join. So I apologize. This is the most people I've ever had on Kick. So like subscribe to this channel and come say hi again. Cypher and I have been talking, and Kathy, it sounds like you're in the same realm. It's just cool. There's like yesterday we had Cypher, who is a writer. We had someone who was making a video game. We had someone who was doing Cypher. What else? There's you doing writing. There's a guy that was making a video game. Oh, there's a dude from YouTube who is doing like real terrain data in Unreal Engine, which I've done as well. And we were on Kick, Twitch, YouTube, and we were all chatting. We're just saying how fun it would be to kind of have a stream where we all are streaming our own stuff, and we can kind of see what everyone else is doing at the same time. So I'll check out your stream for sure, and I'll check out yours as well, Cypher. And I'll make a promise to try to keep them up and running, like when I'm not streaming. I got to figure out notifications too on Kathy, I think I have you followed. I just got to figure out notifications. Can you see the people that are live streaming you, like who are watching you right now, or is it anonymous? Yeah, I agree. I'm just looking for, so this is like 5 people in here, but I can only see them if they chat, right? Which is a reason why people should definitely just drop something in the chat, because then I can actually go follow people, right? Because I can't see you. Huh. Yeah, I can't figure it out. Yeah, 100%. It would be really cool. Yeah, you can see other people, right? Like you can see, obviously you can see Kathy's chats. I just mean if they're watching, but they're not actually chatting, then I don't know who they are. Whereas as soon as they drop a chat, then I can go follow them and whatever, right? Yeah, we got to figure something out. I got to see if that guy comes back. What was his name? Yesterday. This is the guy that was doing the video game. We're gonna model a little. Workshop for him. It's 200 watch for quite a while, but I didn't get the follows. Oh, that's interesting. So what were you doing, Cypher? Were you writing? So you got like a ton of viewers last week, but they didn't follow your channel? That's interesting. Yeah, I'm looking at your stuff, so making a spy thriller playlist. Yeah, really interesting. Just looking at I'm looking at your channel on the side. I gotta set my kick up. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, the streaming is interesting. The volume is so low. I've gone around Kick and looked for people doing art streams, and it's so low. It's just like nobody doing it. There's 100,000 people right now on just chatting. So I guess that's the big thing with Kick, right? Is all just chatting. But if you go to art or creative, there's 78 people watching art, 60 people watching makers and craft, 49 people watching 3D printing. Should I just set my channel to just chatting? Because there's 100,000 people. Feels like that's probably the only way for people to find you, right? I don't know. Okay. Either way, yeah, that's funny, right? Yeah. Cypher, I feel the same way. The other day we were chatting, and I'm like, oh, this is fun. Like, we're just sitting here chatting. We're talking about projects. There's like people were engaged. It was so interesting. And I was like, I did no work. Like, I did no work. So then I was like, okay, this has got to be a challenge. I'm going to figure it out. But after this month is done, I'm going to go to a model of probably streaming once a night. And I'll just kind of be like, I'll be working on one aspect of something, but I'll probably already have it done. Oh, someone just boosted the server. Is that you? Kathleen, is that you that did that? If you did, that's really nice of you. If that's you. I got to click on your profile. So I'm still figuring this out. So Kathy Lucas, I click it. Doesn't show any. Do you, Kathy? You must stream other places. You must not stream just here, right? Look at your profile. Very cool. Anyway, I appreciate the boost. If it was you, it looks like you in the profile, so I appreciate that. And yeah, guys, this has been a lot of fun. I'm going to call it for now because I got to go out for a run before it gets dark. And the dog is literally, can you guys see my dog? She's been literally standing here for the last, at least a half an hour. But she doesn't have to go out because she was just out earlier. But we always run every day. We've run every day in November, and for like an hour and a half. And she's just not having the fact that we haven't been out yet. That's actually so funny. See if I can focus on her. There she is. This Alpine. You want to go for a run? Do you want to go for a run? Do you want to go for a run? Do you want to go for a run? This is what the stream should be. I get more views if I just set the camera on her. I should have one camera on me and one camera in the corner, just her waiting to. She doesn't like the floor here though, because she can't get a good grip on it. There she is. Yeah, me too. Okay, guys, have a good one. I'll be back in a couple hours to stream. Appreciate everyone, and we'll chat soon. See ya.